Hello there, my name is Gus, and I would like to present to all of you some very important news about this political situation of the United States. I have an experimental channel on YouTube, which name is Semperfi, which means Semper Fidelis, is a module used by the Marines. And in this channel, I will try to bring every week something new, something you will never see, you will never watch in the news, in the broadcasters, in the networks we have here in the United States. So let's start by this video where Hillary Clinton, for 11 hours, she was argued about her participation or her negligence concerning the Benghazi case, the Benghazi's case. So let's hear it. Let me put it right here. Hold on one second.
You told the American people it was. So here's what troubles me. Your experts knew the truth. Your spokesperson knew the truth. Greg Hicks knew the truth. But what troubles me more is I think you knew the truth. I want to show you a few things here. You're looking at an email you sent to your family. Here's what you said. At 11 o'clock that night, approximately 1 hour after you told the American people it was a video, you say to your family, 2 officers were killed today in Benghazi by an Al-Qaeda-like group. You tell the American people one thing, you tell your family an entirely different story. Also, on the night of the attack, you had a call with the president of Libya. Here's what you said to him. Ansar al-Sharia is claiming responsibility. It's interesting, Mr. Katala, one of the guys arrested and charged, actually belonged to that group. And finally, and most significantly, the next day, within 24 hours, you had a conversation with the Egyptian Prime Minister. You told him this: we know the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack, not a protest. Let me read that one more time. We know, not we think, not it might be, we know the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack, not a protest. State Department experts knew the truth. You knew the truth. But that's not what the American people got. And again, the American people want to know why. Why didn't you tell the American people exactly what you told the Egyptian Prime Minister?
Well, I think if you look at the statement that I made, I clearly said that it was an attack, and I also said that there were some who tried to justify it on the basis of the video, Congressman. And I think
but real quick, calling it an attack is like saying the sky's blue. Of course, it was an attack.
Well,
you know, I mean, we want to know the truth. The statement you sent out was a statement on Benghazi, and you say vicious behavior as a response to inflammatory material on the internet. If that's not pointing as the motive of being a video, I don't know what is. And that's certainly how the American people saw it.
That's right. Here's the point where the Congress caught up Hillary Clinton once again lying, because whenever she lies, it is in her DNA. She's a pathetic liar. She will never assume anything. She will never assume she made a mistake, not only one or once, but her life, in her entire life, she's always taking the wrong side, because everything she wants to get at is power. And because of her ambition, until now, till nowadays, the blood of the ambassador killed, raped, tortured in Benghazi is claiming for justice, is shouting for justice. This woman should be indicted. She will never be allowed, she shouldn't be allowed to run for presidency, to be in the White House, sorry. Is that the woman you want for president in this country? Come on, people. Let's see another video about the crooked Hillary. Here it is. Okay, let me put it from the beginning. Here it is.
Hillary Clinton's chief of staff, Cheryl Mills, finally had her deposition released and in it were some bombshells.
But what she did say is that Mrs. Clinton used exclusively her BlackBerry. She didn't have a laptop, she didn't have a desktop, she didn't have a tablet. She just used the BlackBerry. Her BlackBerry, not a government-issued BlackBerry. Because it was not government issued, it was blocked on the 7th floor of the State Department, where her office is. What does that mean? That means that when she was in her, did not have the means to communicate electronically to her people all around the world for the entire time she was there. How did she do it? Take a security team, go from the 7th floor to the 6th floor where her BlackBerry worked. Or she would have one of her aides come in and use a, you'll like this because you're a historian, 19th century technology. Read the document to me. Wow. Read it aloud. So when people are saying she was incompetent as a Secretary of State, they're absolutely correct and right on the mark because of this alone. She has ambassadors all around the world trying to communicate with her, and she's cut herself off.
Mills' testimony revealed that one of Mrs. Clinton's defenses was a lie.
Mrs. Clinton, in our press conferences, the few that she's given, that don't worry about it because everything was stored and it's searchable, all of my emails. Cheryl Mills revealed in the deposition earlier this week it was not searchable, that they couldn't find this stuff because it had gone through Mrs. Clinton's private server. What does this mean? All of this means that she frustrated the ordinary operations of the State Department, which she was in charge of, because she was terrified of the president, the rest of the State Department, the media, and the public knowing what she was doing. It is crystal clear that the motivation for all of this was her incredible desire to avoid the Freedom of Information Act, to keep from the president, the rest of the State Department, and the public what she was doing as Secretary of State, which is a violation of the law.
And because of that, people, because of that, even now, she is allowed to run for the presidency. She's allowed to run to become the next president of this country. Because we have a Muslim Brotherhood in the White House right now in this very moment. She should be indicted. This woman, she should be indicted by the death, the torture, and the rape of Ambassador Stevens. So I highly recommend you to watch the movie 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Even though there is no character playing Hillary Clinton, but the order that was given to the people who was supposed to help the ambassador was to stand down. This woman who says that is a Democratic, she's far left, just like Obama. She was the one who brought it first, the doubts about the birth certificate of Obama when she was running against him. And now she's defending Obama. So what else is necessary for the justice in the United States to indict this woman? It's incredible. It's incredible how the leftists, they are doing everything they want and nobody's opposing to them. It's incredible. I can't believe it. We are living in America. So now let's see something funny. Let's see the Muslim Brotherhood, the Kenyan Muslim Obama trying to trash on Donald Trump, and the teleprompter froze, and then he starts stuttering. So pay attention. Let me play from the beginning. Okay, let me.
Against each other, based on divisions of race or religion.
Come on, try getting it out.
Ding, 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 bong.
That's all, folks.
Come on, people. Is that the people you still wanted to run the business of the United States? Like Gerald Ford said once, the business of the United States is the business. We cannot agree, we cannot bear anymore another 4 years of a Democrat running this country. We can't. The economy is going down. So I was reading an article saying that the government just created 38,000 jobs. The worst result in how long? 10 years, 6 years? But Obama says that inflation is going down, is diminishing, and so on unemployment. How can unemployment be less, 4.7%, if the government just created 38,000 jobs? Isn't that incredible? Isn't that ridiculous? How can this be? How can we Americans believe in a man like that? Oh, you are American? Yes, I am an American. I was born in Brazil, Brazilian by birth, American by choice. So let's watch now another video, very important. Please pay very close attention. Let me put it right here from the beginning.
This is nothing more than premeditated, organized violence at these rallies. It's right out of Saul Alinsky 101. You create chaos, you create division, you create dissension. That's what this president has done for the last 7 years. Then he turns around, he wants to blame somebody else. Like I said, right out of Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals, which, by the way, Alinsky dedicated to Lucifer. And then you wonder why we get some of the nonsense we get, some of the rhetoric we get in terms of these rallies here. Look, Trump supporters enjoy their First Amendment protection to participate in these rallies just like anybody else. And it shouldn't be done having to go through fear, intimidation, and get bloodied and battered to participate in our democratic state and how we choose the next president of the United States. So they realize, when I say they, President Obama, the Democrats, Mrs. Bill Clinton, Bernie Sanders, know that they benefit from this sort of thing. And what it does is it distracts. It distracts away from what's really going on here, some of the internal strife that the Democrat Party has right now. And if you remember what happened in Nevada at the state convention, they realized that if these hoodlums, these goons, are not disrupting some Trump rally, they may show up at a Mrs. Bill Clinton rally or Bernie Sanders rally, which they have done, by the way, in the past, and do the same sort of thing. So they're happy that it's happening over there, and they want to keep it over there.
So, for you to understand, this is the same situation every Brazilian is tasting right now in my home country. Whenever the right tries to do some protest, tries to organize any movement against the leftist government in Brazil, the others who are sponsored by the government using people's money, they go and try to disrupt and cause chaos. Exactly the same tactics have been used over here in the United States. If you pay attention, all these protesters, they don't even show an American flag. On the contrary, they burn the American flag. They show the Mexican flag, they show other countries' flags, but the American flag, they're burning the American flag. And they say they're Americans. So if you don't like America, get out over here. We have flights each and every day in every airport. If you don't like this country, you don't have to be here. But they don't want to leave it because they enjoy the benefits. They enjoy what America has to offer to each one of them. And what the sheriff was saying is completely right, is very right. This is Saul Alinsky thesis, Rules for Radicals, the book that he wrote in the past and dedicated this book to Lucifer himself. And Hillary Clinton has Saul Alinsky as her mentor. So is this guy here, Barack Obama. He had as his mentor Julius Marshall Davis, the first communist American, or the first American communist, which some people say is his real father. Look at this guy. This guy has a writing in his ring that says, "There is no God but Allah. in the outside. In the inner part of his ring is written, and Muhammad is his prophet. And some people in Brazil, even in Brazil, they think, no, Obama is a Christian. He goes to churches. He praises God. No, he's a liar. He is a liar. He's a Muslim. He's a Muslim Brotherhood. He's the one who's destroying America from within. He's the one who's weakening the American military. He's the one who is provoking all this havoc. He's the one who was put in this place, in the place where he is right now, to do exactly what he's doing. He hates Israel. He hates America. All his life is a mess, is a fake. His marriage is a fake. His daughters are a fake. So wake up, American people. The enemy is destroying this country from within. Wake up. Let me show you another thing. Yeah. Let me, I cannot increase this one. Let me see. Now I can't. Let me go back here. Yeah, slap this witch, Trump. Yeah, beat her up. Beat her crap out. Yeah, slap this witch. Slap this witch. Yeah, do it. Do it. You can do it better. Yeah, harder, harder, harder. Slap this witch. Yeah, Trump, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Okay, one last video. Let me see. Yeah, this one, the crooked Hillary. Hillary's timeline of corruption. Pay very close attention, please. Let me play from the beginning. Over here.
Spotlight for decades. The corruption and scandals go back more than 30 years. As an attorney investigating Watergate, she was terminated for unethical behavior. As First Lady, Whitewater and Travelgate investigations, and recently, the terror attack in Benghazi. And those deleted emails, kept on a private email account on a private server.
What difference at this point does it make?
What difference? Indeed. Hillary Clinton has been in the public spotlight for decades. The corruption and scandals go back more than 30 years. As an attorney investigating Watergate, she was terminated for unethical behavior. As First Lady, Whitewater and Travelgate investigations, and recently, the terror attack in Benghazi. And those deleted emails, kept on a private email account on a private server.
What difference at this point does it make?
What difference? Indeed. Hillary Clinton has been in the public spotlight for decades.
Twice is good. You see what difference at this point it doesn't make. It does make a big difference, you witch, you worshiper of Moloch. Yeah, she worships Moloch. You, Hillary Clinton, you have a love affair with one of your secretary, the Muslim one, that is also married with an American Jewish descendant. You remember that woman? I don't have a video from that woman right here, but she is in love, or has a love affair with one of her secretaries. Another thing that she said: Muslims are welcome to America. Muslims are not our enemies. Muslims or Islam is a peaceful religion. Let's see it. Let's see it. If it's indeed a peaceful religion. Okay?
Let's be clear, though. Islam is not our adversary. Muslims are peaceful and tolerant people and have nothing whatsoever to do with terrorism. Islam is not our adversary.
A searing new image of the couple who would become terrorists. July 2014, Tashfeen Malik and her husband, Syed Rizwan Farouk, arrive at Chicago's O'Hare Airport. Tonight, a law enforcement source tells CNN it's believed Malik was radicalized before this moment, before she came to the United States.
Muslims are peaceful and tolerant people.
Huma Abedin, a former top aide to Hillary Clinton. Abedin and her devout Muslim family have close ties to the terrorist Muslim Brotherhood. The spiritual leader of the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt has praised Adolf Hitler.
Nothing whatsoever to do with terrorism.
Something else that Muslim immigration appears to have brought to Norway is what some here call a rape epidemic.
Muslims are peaceful and tolerant people.
And 9 out of 10 of their victims were native Norwegian women. Some blonde Norwegian women have reportedly begun dyeing their hair black, and many travel only in groups. Kristen Spitsnogel is a therapist who has counseled some of the rape victims, and she's been attacked in the Norwegian media for saying what many will not, that the rape problem is primarily Muslim men raping non-Muslim women, and any woman who does not dress modestly and wear the Muslim headscarf could be considered by some Muslim men as fair game.
I think the United States has to do more, and I would like to see us move from what is a good start with 10,000 to 65,000. And Muslims are peaceful and tolerant people.
Crooked Hillary, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. And Muslims are not our enemies, okay? Okay. So I have one more video, two more video to play for you. And like I said, this is an experimental channel that I created, Simplify. If you like it, please leave your comments. And if you don't, also leave your comments and explain why you didn't like it, okay? Why am I doing this? Because when I came to America back in 23 years ago, I came to a different country looking for a better life, to grow as a human being, to grow as a professional. This country gave me everything, everything. So it became my country as well. That's why I decided to become an American citizen, even though in my passport is written American citizen born in Rio de Janeiro. But I do love this country. And because I love this country and I recognize everything this country has done for me, I cannot agree with everything that is going on backstage to destroy this country. And my thoughts are exactly the same as Ice Cube. Listen to what Ice Cube has to say concerning the candidates for the White House. Pay very close attention.
What Americans love. Donald Trump is what Americans aspire to be. Rich, powerful, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, be how you want to be. That's kind of been like the American dream. So he looks like a boss to everybody, and Americans love to have a boss. So, you know, that's his appeal to me. You know, to call your own citizens super predators is pretty harsh, and you know, and it's pretty big indictment. You know, it's just like the term thug or hoodlum. You know, it's just an easy brush to paint somebody with, and it's really not solving the problem. It's just making it worse.
You got any thoughts about Bernie Sanders? You feeling the burn at all? Got to talk about the 1%.
I mean, you know,
calling for a political revolution.
To me, it's like he's been in there 30 years, and you know, what have you done? What have you done? You've been there. You've been up in there. So what are you gonna do different from a whole, you know, from outside Congress? Now you're, you know, what's gonna happen different? Where you been? You know, so.
That's right. Bernie Sanders has been around for a long time, and what he has done, just like Hillary Clinton, what she has achieved. Just tell me one achievement. Hillary Clinton has done something good. Just one achievement. She was the Secretary of State where the Ambassador Stevens died on her watch, and she denied help. So this woman, once again, I say, she should be indicted. Definitely, she should be indicted. So last but not least, The Muslim Brotherhood, Barack Hussein Obama. What a mess this guy is. What a mess. What a mess. It was a living proof. This man is not fit to be the president of the United States. Let's see this video here. Watch this, fellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with me and raise your glasses as I propose a toast. To Her Majesty, the Queen, to the vitality of the special relationship between our peoples, and, in the words of Shakespeare, to this blessed plot, this earth, this realm, this England, to the Queen.
You should pay some respect, you moron. They are playing the England national anthem, and you propose? Come on, man. What a shame. Shame on you, Muslim Brotherhood, Barack Hussein Obama. Shame on you. That's such a mess. Look the face of the Queen. Look the face of everybody. Everybody's staying in awe like what he's doing. What's going on? Oh my good. Look. That's all, folks, and I really appreciate your attention. I really appreciate your patience to watch this video. Once again, my channel is Simplify. If you like, please leave your comments, leave your like. If you don't like, if you didn't like the material presented here, also leave your comment, okay? May God bless each one of you. See you next time. Ciao.